So today's video is all about fragrances, more specifically, fragrances that you can wear to the office. So if you are struggling with trying to figure out what fragrance you can wear to the office, then this video is for you. So when trying to decide a fragrance or fragrances that you could wear to the office, you want to keep a few things in mind. One, you want them to be not loud and overbearing, but you want them to be soft. You want them to have a little bit of elegance, maybe a little bit of flirtiness to them, something that is non-offensive in the workplace. And most of the fragrances, well, all of the fragrances that I'm going to talk to you about today, all of them can work for just about any type of work setting. To kick things off, I'm going to start with one of my faves, and it is Idol by Lancôme. Now this one it's a classic floral. The notes are, you have rose, you have a little bit of citrus, you have a little bit of musk into it, and it smells divine. It is soft, it is elegant, but it still has a little flirtiness, playfulness, so to speak. This right here, you would be surprised that even if you no longer smell it, that it leaves a nice lingering trail. I literally had somebody run me down one day and ask me and say, "Hey, excuse me, what do you have on?" And trust me, I didn't even think that I couldn't smell it anymore. And I told her, and she said, "Oh my God, that is so beautiful." So this right here, if you're looking for something, especially something to start out and you're just getting into the fragrance world and trying to find something for work, I highly recommend Idols by Lancôme. Next up, if you want to smell fresh and clean, something like you just got out of the shower and you just want to just be fresh, then I would recommend Mojave Ghost by Byredo. This is also in the floral family as well. It has a little bit of powderiness to it, and it is something that it's just divine. It is something that it still attracts attention, but also is here to say, you know what, I mean business. And it is the finishing touch. Say if you have on a bed outfit or something like that and you're walking in to do a presentation, then this would be right here, would be your finishing touch, to where it's just enough to top off your whole entire outfit. And one of the things that I think we tend to forget is that a great finishing touch to any outfit besides our accessories is smelling good. So if you want something to finish off and smell fresh and clean at the same time, then I recommend Mojave Ghost by Byredo. From the first two, because the first two, they are really very soft, very feminine, very light, very intimate in some instances as well. But if you want to take it up a little bit and give off a little more elevated scent and a more elevated scent, then I would go with Jimmy Choo, I Want You. Now this is new to my collection and I've heard rave reviews about this, so I said, let me give this a try. So when I gave it a try, this right here, this is amazing. Real quick before we go on to the next fragrance on my list, I wanted to share with you my fragrance of the day. It would be crazy if I didn't, right? So today I have on Blonde Ambition by Brown Sugar Babe. Now this is comparable to the Clive Christensen's Blonde Amber. I've never smelled the Blonde Amber before, but from what I understand, it is magnificent. And if it smells anything like this, then I'm sold on that one. Now with this one, this is definitely a step out of my comfort zone. It's a little bit spicy. It has pink pepper, it has rum, a little bit of frankincense in it. But when I tell you that this is just like a wow, this is definitely a wow. Can you wear it to work? Possibly, yes. But this is definitely great for a date night, if you're working around house, even if you're running errands. And this is a great way to get or step outside of your comfort zone when it comes to fragrances and just fragrance notes. This is definitely a great way. Blonde Ambition by Brown Sugar Babe. Now let's get back to the list. Next, we are back to Lancome, and don't sleep on Lancome's fragrances because they are literally probably some of the best that I have smelled or say that I actually like. And the next one is the Lancome, it's Aurora, and this was made to match your energy or your specific aura to give you just a little bit more elevated smell, something that when you smell it, it's fresh, it's a little breezy. This is also a little bit playful as well. And this actually, the one thing that I like about this, if it comes out, it still gives you that fresh smell, but not out of the shower fresh smell. Sort of like if you're walking along the beach and you're smelling the breeze of it, because there is a little bit of salt in this. It's a little on the floral side. This also layers well with Lancome's Idol as well. And that right there, that is probably also, quiet as it's kept, one of my favorite combinations ever. So if you want something still just a little bit more elevated, upscale, fresh, then I definitely recommend Lancome's Aurora. Is a oldie but a goodie that I think that everybody needs to have, at least, if not this one, but I do highly recommend this one I'm about to show you, at least something from the House of Chanel. And this one here is Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. This here is sophistication. If you want to smell like money, this is not your grandmother's or your mother's Chanel number 5, because I think that was made for that specific generation. This here is sort of like maybe an updated version of that for our generation that you can kind of wear all year round. This is good as a signature scent if you just want to do, say, a one and done. This is definitely it right here. Now this has vanilla, some patchouli, floral mix, to me it's almost like I can smell it really quick. Like it hits the nose. The one thing about a Chanel fragrance is if you've been around them or if you smelled them, they have a DNA that you automatically know that it's a Chanel fragrance. You may not necessarily know which one it is, but it has this Chanel DNA, we could call it. So it's very distinctive that people will notice or say, you have a Chanel, which Chanel is this? And because most people wear this a lot, I believe this is probably one of the top women fragrances of like all time. There's a reason for that, because this one right here, this must be a staple in your collection. So I hope you enjoyed and got a few ideas for fragrances that you could wear to the office. If you already have one or you have several, let me know in the comments what your favorite office fragrances are, because I am always looking to add new fragrances to my budding yet growing collection. But in the meantime, be sure to stick around, watch this video here and here, and I'll talk to you guys later.